Kalahati
Yung
sa
magic
amin may
item.
luck.
Kalahati may lucky. I mean, okay lang naman. Kung gusto mo rin.
I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
wala naman akong maisip. Except siguro maybe, I don't know.
Ano ko yung ASI mo.
Bakit may mga +1 na ba sila? I-scale mo na lang doon.
Taka lang. 8, 4, 8. So, you reach 4 and 8.
Actually, may nag-aantay pa ako ng ng mga request eh. Kasi meron pa akong 3 slot yata or 2 slot ng
Yung Magical
Artificer
Infusion. Oh, pwede nyo gawin niya sa downtime.
Gagawin kong +2 nga yun eh. Tinagpahanap-hanap ko online eh. Any magical item, tawag nito. So, ibig sabihin, pwede yung...
Wait, so double check ko. Yung... so may level 1 feat and then ikaw na bahala kung yung may ASIs na kung may ASI ka sa 4, 'di ba? Pero dinagdagan mo ba Dex? Dinagdagan mo Dex, 'di ba?
Dinagdagan.
Okay, so hindi ka pa So yung lang, pumili ka lang ng isa pang feat.
Tapos I think Phil pag nasa Dungeon Master's book, yung if characters start at 7, kung anong suggestion nila ng magic item. So, if we can use that, siguro yun.
Okay, hindi ko nakita yan. Nasaan? May link ka?
Yung
sa DMG lang?
I remember reading it pero hanap.
Sige. Ikaw, depende sa inyo kung ikaw, Jing, ano sa tingin mo kung ano yung needs ng party? Kasi magiging okay na, parang semi-utility, semi-damage ulit si Marco pag ganito. Kasi ang magiging depende kung gaano ka consistent si Crisco, siya yung fighter, tank. Pero yung kayong tatlo ni Leb, si Leb yung wild magic sorcerer siya, so siya na yung damage. Si Jean, paladin artificer, so semi-support na tank din.
Yeah. Kasi
Ikaw din,
armorer na.
Ikaw rin bahala kung gusto mo i-drop fully yung paladin if you want.
Paladin. Pwede pa
Ikaw bahala. Yeah,
mahirapan ka sa ng kwento eh. So,
may sense din kasi may mangyayari tas yung parang yung intro session parang wrap up siya. So I think may point naman kung gusto mo mag full artificer. So sa mga susunod na sessions na yun. Pero for now, kumaga yung level 3 pa din level 4 artificer. So may parang may utility. Wala kayong full healer, which is okay lang naman, like hindi naman kailangan talaga yun. Pero may healing word naman yung ranger.
Meron. Touch of hand.
Si Dayan si Dayan kasi yung cleric, 'di ba? Cleric wizard, pero siya yung most likely na magiging NPC lang siya for on the side. And I think low level lang yung cleric niya, so wala siyang revivify. Higher level I think level 10 may raise dead ang artificer, I think.
Alam ko may revivify, maabot kong revivify pag nag-pure ako eh.
Bakit revivify pinag-usapan natin? Ilang beses mamatay ka?
Hindi, wala pa nga. May isa pa lang na namatay. Pero
na kami mamatay doon sa huli, Brad.
Gago, reroll lang yan, reroll na yan.
Play by luck na lang.
I mean, bakit ano bang klaseng DM si Phil? Mamamatay tao ba to?
Na kami doon.
Yun naman yung yun naman kasi yung finale. So parang finale boss fight din.
May whoops moment eh.
Nag-crit.
Clench but moments.
Ano ba yung mga may role issue ba?
Wala naman. Pero kumbaga okay lang yung I think yung role mo okay lang din naman. Since makakami. Meron na kayong dalawang front si Jean tsaka si Crisco, and then kayo yung backside si Lev tsaka yung So tas meron na rin kayong magic.
Aha.
Si ang sinabi ko kasi kay Jean, alam ko medyo not imbalance, parang hindi optimized
Aha.
yung kinuha ko.
But you just wanna
Pero
have
that's
fun.
pero gusto ko
Yeah.
yung point, parang
Yung
medyo
concept,
weird,
oh.
medyo off. Oo. Kasi halfling nga na medyo fighter type. Tapos baka
We can make it work.
dumidire-diretso pa sa laban.
Buti nga may parang regular fit ka na or part siya ng class na yung may increased 5 move speed ka para regular move speed ka na.
Oo.
Kasi 'di ba ang halfling is 25 lang ang move
25.
speed.
Ah.
May
Ang
long
base
stride
na
naman rin ako
yan.
na spell.
Long strider. Okay.
Plus 10 foot na may long stride at jump ako, so pwedeng mataas, jump higher, run faster.
Okay.
Mhm.
Buff. Touch.
Buff siya.
Tapos yung magiging campaign, since magiging siya, urban setting siya, so magiging city. A lot bigger than last can kasi talagang malaki yung scope ng Waterdeep. So matagal tayo, most I guess majority ng campaign talaga mapupunta doon for yung at least for this season. So in terms of yung mga preferred part kasi siya ng part kasi siya 'di ba ng Rangers, yung preferred enemies yung meron pero unlikely dahil nga magiging humans. Siguro occasional beasts. Basta alam mo lang na yun yung papasukan mo.
I can switch yung dito?
Preferred.
Aberration
Mhm.
to humanoid, tapos I can hunt 2 different ones. 2 humanoid types.
So pag pinalitan mo yun, humanoid, like all humanoids na yun? Or,
No. Mamimili ako ng 2 humanoids. So, di ba, beast, construct, aberrations, humanoid. Pag pinili ko yung humanoid, I have to choose 2 humanoid. Tapos yung 2 humanoids lang na yun yung preferred enemy ko.
so like specific na person?
Not person, but like
race.
Sige. Okay. Kasi masyadong broad. Pwede rin.
Masyadong broad pag humanoid.
Yeah.
May
So I can fix
Sinabi mo pa na dragon, ang preferred mo kasama na dragonborn.
Hindi.
Hindi ba?
Yes.
Well, hindi ko sure.
Dali, tingnan ko nga.
Hindi ko sure. Kailangan ko i-read.
Our dragon.
Favorite enemy. Humanoids. May dragonborn sa humanoid.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yun. So, I guess i-update mo na lang yun.
So, since nasa Waterdeep tayo, slight beta, elves, humans, and marunong na ako mag-elvish and common, marunong orc. Anong Sylvan?
Sylvan is parang elvish din yan eh. Elvish din yan.
May undercommon ba ako? Meron akong undercommon. Deep speech, draconic, giant, gift, abyssal. Abyssal siguro yan. Abyssal speech na lang.
And
from what you're listening, mukhang may draw tayong kakakalaban.
Jarlax. Hello. And then sa backstory mo paano yung come-upance mo? Like paano mag-isa ka ng train or did you train at a specific guild or faction where you raised at anong mas gusto mo?
Ang naisip ko is my clan ako. I do have a clan that's kind of like Monster Hunter, like they're monster hunting people. So medyo fringes sila, so Outlander yung type ko. I probably trained with one of the senior monster hunters over there. And I am at Waterdeep, or I don't know, maybe looking for a new hunt, looking to get hired,
Mhm.
looking to get, I don't know, leads on any kind of big monster hunt.
Mhm.
Kasi usually when there's nobles, there,
Mhm.
I don't like rich people. I don't like nobles. Medyo affront sila
Mhm.
sa akin kasi parang may ugali akong, if you can't take care of yourself, then you don't deserve to live. Parang
Mhm.
may ganun.
Damn.
So, but at the same time, I know the necessity of nobles na because they have the money to pay, and yun nga.
So
So the
anti nobility ka? Ish
dun sa
or
na-roll ko na description, ang nakasulat ko sa personal characteristics ko is gusto ko ng glory, and my family, my clan, or tribe is the most important thing. And violence is my challenge, my answer to most challenges, which
okay.
is accordance to nature. Like,
Mhm.
someone challenges you,
Survival
fight.
of
Yeah.
the fittest.
Um
Pero
dun
survival of the fittest nga.
dun sa dun sa Monster Hunter clan mo, ikaw lang ba
Mhm.
yung halfling or
Parang
like
mostly inisip ko
so
mostly
kung gusto
halfling
so
kami,
gusto mo
ganun
like
kasi yung
half
class.
sa halfling monster clan siya. Kumbaga kasi pwedeng ang nangyari din is like ikaw lang yung halfling kumbaga
Mhm.
so standing out as
No,
ay
no,
yung
no.
your
Marami
true
kaming
yeah, okay
monster
okay
hunter.
kasi baka yun din yung
Yeah.
gusto mo na like you're trying to prove a point na even halflings can step
Ah.
up so half
No, no, no.
okay okay
Like, I think it's which makes me odd here kasi galing Outlander ako, ibang region,
yeah yeah
which is for us like it's normal. Pero when people see halflings here, they always think
uh,
about thieves, ganyan. But sa akin, like, ayaw ng comfort, like very atypical halfling yung
uh,
tribe. I place no stock in wealthy or well-mannered folk.
mhm.
Money and manners won't save you from an hungry owlbear. Parang
Okay
ganun yung belief ko.
got it yung question ko lang kasi yung pwede kita masingit sa madali ka lang mapasok sa Waterdeep ang if pero mas gusto ko sanang pag isisingit kita kasi sa Waterdeep sa second session ka pa makakapasok
Yeah, that's fine.
uh, pero pwede rin kita isingit sa sa from the start
Mm-hmm.
kailangan mo lang ma-involve konti dun sa parang current faction na parang na-involve sina Lev or sina
Okay.
Si Jin mismo.
Yeah, no problem. Whatever fits sa narrative mo.
Ang ano lang dun is very good very good alignment yung faction na yun.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Kasi nakita ko dito gusto mo neutral evil.
Yeah, neutral evil. Like, selfish.
Yes,
Kasi hindi
pero
ko selfish.
yeah, yung faction kasi na yun, well, ano siya, invento siya based from a book.
Edi
Med,
neutral na lang. How
yeah.
about that?
Ano yun like, basic, about protecting others, protecting those who can't protect themselves, ganun.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, pwede mo siyang ma-achieve as a monster hunter. Like, if you want.
Pwede.
Pero, like, ayoko
Like,
naman baguhin ko, like, if ganito talaga gusto mo.
no.
We can make
That's
it work.
fine. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, uh, yung, hindi pala, nga, no, iba pala yung flaw ko from the other
Mhm.
time na nag-roll ako. No, okay naman. I can do that. Like,
Yeah.
instead na,
Like, pero, like, having violence as a flaw, that doesn't necessarily make you evil. It just,
no, it
yung
doesn't.
yung means mo lang is not, it's not good, pero it still works.
Oh, kasi I think when I first rolled, ang nakuha ko is don't expect me to save those who can't save themselves.
Uh-huh.
This is nature's
Yeah,
way.
pag yun yung
Hindi
pinili mo,
naman ako.
like, definitely, hindi ka pwedeng,
Hindi.
sa,
Mm. Pwedeng yun, like, in a way, parang bounty hunter, like
Mhm.
tracker na lang ang gawin natin. So, may experience ako sa wild, pero
Mhm.
lately nasa urban area ako.
Mhm.
And I've been helping whichever group this is to keep the peace. Or they're the one, they usually get me as a contractor if they need someone tracked. Parang ganun, if a crime
Mhm.
happen. Yeah. Parang
This
ganun.
is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah,
And this is the way, Mandalorian. How about that?
the
How about
Mandalorian.
that? Teka lang.
Mhm.
Kailangan ata kita bigyan ng invitation link dito sa ano.
Na, see? So yung the daring is yung,
Oh, ano ba yun?
ano yun?
Ano lang yun?
Nice. Yun yung, kunwari, in friendly company, yun yung tawag sa akin.
Mhm.
Pero in like, kung where na may parang, what's the word? Infamy ako. They call it
Mhm.
Daredevil. Davtarn Daredevil. Or kung kalaban ka lang, parang they just know me as the devil.
Okay, okay.
Parang ganun.
Okay.
Ang
That's a very
insulto
good
sa akin if
story.
they call him the devil. Parang ganun. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yung gusto mo ba sikat ka na or hindi?
Just dun sa group nila. Yung,
Mhm. Well, kasi kung Outlander, like kung kumaga kung far away, ano din to, hindi rin. It's gonna be
dun lang kung saang team ako affiliated with. Yung sinasabi mo?
teka, may inaano ako.
We, we can probably deal with,
Mhm.
a hearsay. Have you heard of the
Ano,
dare?
hindi nila ako alam. Hindi ako alam ng
Ah,
group. Pero parang outside contract lang ako nung whatever neutral party na, whatever good party na associated sila Gene with. Ang gano'n.
alright.
So, gawin kong neutral.
Sige,
Chill.
sige.
Yeah, neutral
May
na
inaano
lang.
lang
Yeah.
ako. Shit, nasan yung kagulo ng notes ko eh. Hindi ko mahanap yung
Nagkakalkal ng notes.
tayo ko na di ba sa pero thank God like
Same.
nung nagkalkal ako ng ano like ano nga ba yung kailangan kong gawin? Tingnan ako, marami na rin pala akong nagawa last time. Like yung mga tokens, yung mga ano.
Yeah.
May inaano lang ako kung sino nga ba pangalan nito. Ayun.
Di ba may meron
Mhm.
meron kang na ano to binigay sa amin na piety.
Anong party ulit?
Yung dun sa Theros ba yun?
Mhm.
Yung parang boons ba binigay mo sa amin?
Yun na yung level 1 feat eh. Yun na yung level 1
Yun
feat.
yung level 1
Oo.
feat, yung piety.
Oo.
Okay.
DM
Ish.
question.
Yeah. Mhm.
Is sharpshooter applicable to thrown weapons?
Yes, because nakita ko for some yes, kasi ibe-base ko lang sa critical role kasi ganun ginagawa ni Vax. Hindi ko alam yung
So I was thinking if I should get sharpshooter or shield master.
Shooter.
plano mo ba mag-transition into like anong tawag dito? Mag-shield ka in the future?
Inisip ko kasi medyo versatile
Mhm.
yung ko. That's why inisip kong dual wielding ako or sword and shield. That was with duelist.
Ano ulit
So I think
ang duelist?
It's a good one though. Both
Yeah.
sa pag single-handed weapon.
plus 2 damage on if I have a sword in one hand. If I have a weapon in one hand and no weapon on the other hand, may plus 2 damage ako. Or I can get dual wield expert or dual wielder. Na I can get kasi hindi masyado maganda.
Mhm. Ikaw, pwede mo naman decide in the long run.
Kasi may defensive duelist,
Mhm.
but then feat, medyo okay rin siya. And you are wielding a finesse weapon with which you are proficient in and another creature hits you. You can use your reaction to add proficient to your AC. Which is 19 bigla AC ko.
Ikaw, Jin, may mga questions ka
None
so far? Okay.
Mhm.
Teka, kailang, ang ano lang pala is may nagtotopa konti yung Forge. So, yung token mo, hindi siya update. Alam mo yung, di ba yung minsan yung kiniklik na lang natin yung spells tsaka yung mga attacks or something sa,
Yeah.
Sa Beyond.
yung sa Beyond. Yung sa Forge mismo. Yung sa D&D Beyond na lang yung gamitin mo. Kasi
Okay.
medyo hindi up to date yung nasa ano.
Wala pa akong token doon. Wala pa akong
Oh,
player.
gagawin pa lang. Yung nilink ko, yung kakalink ko lang, paki-click para makagawa ka ng character. Like, meron ka kasing
Tinlik ko na do.
okay.
Mhm.
Para like yung permissions kasi hindi ko alam kung paano ba to.
Access key? Anong kailangan?
Saan nga balik yung permissions dito? Yung
Wala akong select player eh.
kasi meron akong wala, di kita nakikita.
Na sumala.
No, yung nilink ko na link,
Click ko.
tapos nakapasok ka ba?
Voice.
Aha.
Access game. Click. Tapos, andun na ako sa Chaotic Quintet, join game session.
Aha.
Wala akong select player. Phil,
Correct.
Diane, Jean, Crisco, Levin, Marv, Pat.
Oh, yun yung hinahanap ko. Paano nga ba ulit?
Ikaw
Manage
yata
players ba?
gagawa.
Yun nga, hinahanap ko ulit. Ay, configure players and ayun. Create additional user. Yun. Kasalanan ko pala to. Hindi ko pa nagawa to. Marco, trusted. Save and return. Check ko.
Ano bang...
Ayun, may Marco na.
Okay. Paano bang grapple?
Grapple is contested strength checks yun eh. And
Pero
then,
like, does my size affect it?
oo, hindi ka pwede mag-grapple ng bigger size eh. Yun ang downside ng mga parts siya ng
Ang inisip ko sana yung
kasi nakita ko expert ka sa
mounting monsters. Ano natin magagawa yun?
hindi yun magiging hindi yun magiging grapple. Ano kaya siya? Parang yung sumasakay ka ng ng mga bigger monsters.
Parang gano'n.
Kailangan may nice.
Alam ko na feat ko. Kunin ko yung mobile.
Oo, ganda nun.
Yan. Inisip kong worth it yung yung sharpshooter.
Kung hindi ka magfo-focus sa range, I think sayang siya sa spell, sa
Mataas naman dex ko kasi eh. Like, eventually may makukuha akong inisip ko kasi ano yun? Hand access yung weapon. Babato ka lang pero Nix bon. Ang dami nakasulat sa Nixborn, hindi ako interested.
Magulo yan.
Pag mahaba, ayaw ko eh. Nakita yan, ang dami masyado.
Permission. Marco. Owner. Okay.
Nakasali na ako.
Nakakasali ka na? May vision ka na?
Madali. Wala pa. Ayun na.
Teka lang.
Reload.
Wait.
Player avatar. Davtarn. The Daring.
Mhm.
Player color. Purple.
Yeah.
Nandito rin si Murmur.
Si Mormer, hindi ko na nagamit. Yun, oo nga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, iwan mo lang yun. Baka sayang yung concept. Okay.
Ang concept lang nun is ibabato mo lang siya sa kalaban. Kasi pwede mo siyang i-revive na walang ano yun? Component.
Mhm.
Tapos pa may spellcaster ka lang.
Okay.
May dice settings. Ay,
May vision. May limited vision, di ba? Sasakto lang naman.
meron na.
Si Jin, tsaka ba?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kasi wala kang
Wala.
no? Pag pinagyan kita ng permission, pag nilagay ko dito, sige. Kung gusto mo pumasok sa Forge, para lang makita mo. May inaano lang ako. Ito yung backstory mo para masama ka dun sa first session.
Okay.
Okay. Gusto mo mag-roleplay konti?
Sure. Sandali. Ayusin ko muna
Sige. Yung mic mo.
Bakit? Mahina pa rin ba?
Hindi.
No, it's alright.
Mahina pa rin ba yung mic? Hello?
Hindi.
Ano ba kailangan ko? Equipment.
Para rin matry mo yung combat. Para ma-feel mo kung ano.
Okay, sige.
Okay.
I think I'm okay right now.
Okay. So,
Wala akong magical items.
sa ngayon siguro like, +1 mo lang yung damage mo yung AC mo. Ano bang,
Okay.
anong buhay mo? Medyo
Hinanap ko
natatakot
yung
ako.
yung
60. AC 17. Okay.
Hindi ba yan? Sige, go ahead, Leb.
Okay. So, I guess, ang mangyayari is you're venturing, if you finish your training, you're looking for some hunts, you're going through, Faerun, Northern Faerun, eventually finding your way in, inisip ko kung ano nasa Faerun ba kayo? Nasa not necessarily sa Waterdeep, but like, you're like, you go into a particular forest, looking for a hunt, eventually, you come across, a couple of, I would say, siguro like, a small settlement, like in the forest being ravaged by like multiple beasts and etc. Would you help the, like, there, I would say, let's say maybe like a small family, maybe like a mom and dad, like 2 kids, and then there's like a couple of like, it looks like they're like inhabitants of the forest, like nomads na talagang tumitira na lang doon, and these are like just wild creatures, not necessarily like demonic or anything, just really like wild, like part of the risk of being in the forest. Maybe like couple of bugbears, hindi bugbears, a couple of owl bears, a couple of giant ox, I guess. Mga random stuff. Like, would you intervene based on your
I
character?
I would say because they can't take care of themselves, yes. Like
Mhm.
I would protect the weak.
Okay.
But for money, of course.
Uh-huh.
So
So you help these, it's pretty easy, like it's nothing too crazy. Able to help these, these nomads. They give you things. They give you a meal. Would you accept?
the family, yes,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. And then passing through, um, you see, um, this elven. Sabi mo like favored enemy mo is elves, pala.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Mm-hmm.
hate them, or do you have like a personal hate against them, or you were just trained
I'm
to
I'm familiar in hunting them.
okay,
I don't really hate them,
not necessarily, okay, 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 okay.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Passing along, you see this blue-haired wizard. Looks like a wizard, and
Mm-hmm.
he's wearing a
Mm-hmm.
robe. Uh, Elven features, pointy ears,
Mm-hmm.
middle aged. Like doesn't look young, doesn't too old. It's kind of hard to tell with these older folk. With this elven folk, kasi
Mm-hmm.
because of their long legs. Uh, and he nods to the nomad family. The nomad family looks like they're kind of familiar with him. And then he looks at you, this strange
Mm-hmm.
halfling that seemingly out of nowhere just helped this um, random family. And he
Mm-hmm.
approaches you and he says, um, peculiar seeing a halfling this capable.
I speak to her in Elvish
Lalaki,
and
lalaki,
say
lalaki, lalaki. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and him in Elvish and say I I tend to be and I usually find myself in challenging positions.
Were you interesting as he speaks to you in Elvish as well? Like, skilled in battle and quick with your prose. Tell me, what is your name?
My name is Davtarn Trigglebrew.
Uh-huh.
Then I give courtesy like salute in
This is I guess you're conversing in front of their mad people, but they're doing their own thing, and looks like they're stepping
mm-hmm.
away, giving you some privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And he nods and he looks amused. And he says, "My name's Vasher. I'm sort of a guardian of sorts amongst this land. Would you uh would you give me um the honor of getting your story, how you got this skill, and where you learned how you learned
um
your skills?"
I mean, for a guardian, it seems like you're having a lot of issues with monsters. Was it a monster that I helped you?
It was just like random, I would say random critters, like yung mga
Mm-hmm. Like
uh
like ano lang, encroaching.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then I say
Mhm.
I am I am from the south, from
Mhm.
uh, from a small clan of from a clan of halflings that fancy themselves hunters of great beasts and monsters.
And do you do this for a living? Are you, or is this your personal profession?
I am a hunter by nature, a hunter, a tracker. I've lived in the wastes and I try to survive. And yes, I do it as a profession. I do get paid for what I do. I prefer getting paid for what I do.
Interesting. And saving random strangers like this family over here, that comes with a job, or is this
With
just
a good for I try to save who I feel are goodly, and of course would always like payment for my help. It's not. I'm not shy to ask for some payment.
Interesting. And this is very amusing. And you see him. He steps out for a bit and he asks. He says to you, "Do you mind giving me a moment? I need to talk with somebody, and maybe this might be for your interest as well." And
Okay.
he steps off, and you see him like sort of casting a spell. If you want to do an Arcana check, you can. I'm not sure yung kung
Lalabas ba
profession
ito?
yun.
No. I
Just
don't.
mag-roll ka lang. Sabihin mo lang sa akin kung ano yung...
Ayun,
Oh,
go.
but that's pretty high.
Nice.
You see, like, you see him casting the sending spell. He's trying to talk to
Oh.
somebody. And then, he looks like he talks with somebody, smiles, and waves at you to come closer, and he says, do interesting beasts and battles entertain you, my friend?
For a fair price, and I always am in for a good hunt.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do have a friend that's pretty interested in seeing what you're capable of. Do you mind, testing his fancy? And maybe you guys can maybe see if you can get along with each other.
Is this an interview?
Not necessarily an interview. It's more of a test if you want to. It's see what you're made of, basically.
I can definitely show what I'm worth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, my friend's right over here. This is actually his. This is where he actually goes every now and then, and he motions you over towards. You see a body of water right by the corner over here in the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Like over here. Then he said,
Mm-hmm.
Come," and he just motions you forward.
Do I see Jean or?
Ano lang to. Para lang siya may vision. Wala si Jin dyan.
Yeah, don't mind me.
I was gonna ask, like,
Yeah.
that. He's been standing there.
And
I'm the butler.
he's the butler.
Robot.
He walks over and then he pushes you forward a little bit. Would you like to meet my friend?
Mm-hmm.
And you see across the river. This is a bronze dragon. It's not a gold dragon. Wala akong time mag. But he's looks like he's just loitering, and like it looks like he's too domesticated to be wild. He's just drinking his water. He actually looks at did he I forgot to introduce his name is Vasher.
He did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, nakalimutan ko nag-introduce siya. He looks at Vasher. He kind of like bows his head a little bit and like nods and then looks at you, and then he like breathes a puff of smoke. And then with
Can I roll nature check?
yeah, go ahead.
Natures of this
Oh.
dragon.
Advantage ka ba? Oh my god, double one. The sight of this dragon is very unnerving for you, and like I would say you've maybe at the most maybe seen them from a very long distance, but never at this close, and you've never actually fought one before. But you know how to you would know to stay away from them.
Then I look at Vasher. If you're making me hunt a dragon, that's gonna be a significant price.
This is no hunt, my friend. This is just to see how strong you really are. My friend will easily best you in any kind of battle. It's gonna take you decades to best him, but it seems to me that with your strength and your training, looks like this could be a great opportunity to learn.
So is this gonna be my fight for today?
Yes.
So I smile because it's like a challenge. I draw my weapons, and I said, "Well, then let's begin."
And you can roll for initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And then Vasher yells, Ace, uh, be gentle. And then this booming big voice from this dragon. Actually, tatasan ko. Gagawin ko na lang clear vision para ano. Kasi hindi naman importante yung vision sa ano.
Mm-hmm.
Teka lang Ace ko lang. A big booming voice from the dragon. And you hear him saying, Vasher, this puny mutt? What are you thinking of, my dear friend? And then he looks at you, ready. He rolled very low. He rolled a 15. Ano yung, initiative mo?
23. Ayun na, 23.
Damn. Sorry. Paano ba ito balitan? 15. Alright, go first.
So I would, on my bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
So Hunter's Mark, cast Block. And then, kinastan ko lang siya. Hindi
Okay.
naman-
Yeah.
Then I cast, if I try to jump on the dragon, what do I need to do?
Pag spam yun, athletics.
Oh,
Mhm.
in action.
So I run.
Ilan ang I would say like you would start both kasi like magulo kung magka-cross ka pa. So we both start here on this side
Okay.
facing each other. And then Vasher is like right over here. Hindi nakatabi si Reggie. Yeah. You would try to climb him?
So,
I would say
yeah,
like
jump on the monster.
yeah, so I would say DC I'll give you it as a free action and then just make a DC 20. Nice. Athletics. So you climb, where do you climb?
On its back.
Okay, so you're on his back. Good.
Like in the middle of its
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Parang hindi niya ma-
Yeah.
Then I yell at Vasher, like, is this a fight or how should I best him? Like on first blood?
He Vasher just laughs as with the sight of this climbing this big dragon. He says, "Just have fun and see what you can do." And he'll try his best to get a hold of you too.
So I grab the bronze dragon and I lick it.
Oh
That's my
my!
first turn.
Oh my gosh!
Your move, Ace.
So it's the dragon's turn. He tries to move around, tries to wriggle you off. Make a strength saving throw, I would say.
Strength, athletics.
I would say this is an opposed like athletics. That's fine. For ano bang modifier ko? 4 plus. Inaano ko lang 4 plus 10. 14 ka? No. Oh, yeah. So you're still on him. He's trying to get you off. Okay. And he's puffing. And let me see. He says to you, "Interesting tactic, halfling. Tell me, what's your name?"
And okay, that's his turn.
And I think he actually flies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I stay hold.
yeah. He flies his movement, which would be 50 feet in the air, flapping his wings, trying to get you off. As he says, he tries and asks you your name.
And I say it's Davtarn as I pull out a length of rope and tie it on him. Then try to tie it to keep myself attached on him. and then I try to crawl on his belly and try to rub his belly.
Oh my
That's
god.
Davtarn the daring for you.
Make dexterity sleight of hand. DC 15. Oof.
Ah, fuck.
Okay. You can. I guess you can. It's kasi advantage, disadvantage. Kasi you're in the air, the winds, him flapping. I think. If you want to use your action, like to try again.
Okay, I can use my action
Yeah, yeah,
to. Can I? Okay. Yeah, so I'm still trying to tickle the dragon.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
All right. Let me see how he reacts. So as you tie yourself, and go over to his belly, him flying, you try to tickle him, and he actually starts laughing with a very, very big booming voice. Quit it, halfling. That's my soft spot.
And that's my turn, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah. I try to
Alright.
stay on top of the dragon.
So if you're on his belly, or you're trying,
On his belly.
you're on his belly, and then so he's flying. He's gonna say, "Let's see what you're made of," and he dives straight to the ground while you're on his belly. So make a dexterity saving throw as he tries to slam you in between him. It's pretty low. I'll take. I guess that would be just a couple, like fall damage lang siguro yun. Take 18 damage.
Okay.
And then you are supine. He steps off. That would be his action. He looks at you, gazing, and actually, it's very hard to see the features of a dragon, but you can sense that this dragon's having fun. He's smiling. Vasher, he starts floating, just like levitating, like over the water, just crossing, and just observing. Also smiling as well. And I think that's gonna be the dragon's turn as he tries and looks you over.
It's not done yet? Okay. So I said, yes. Advantage on wisdom and survival. Okay. So I would say, well, so I'm prone. I
Yeah, you're
stand
prone.
up. I sit up.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, that's not nice. Then I try another run and trying to free run on his face. So it's back again. Try to ride him again.
He tries. So this would be a contested. I would say contested strength check now that he knows what you're trying to do. So just make a athletics check.
Athletics.
Oof.
So I probably fail. Like he pushes
Pretty,
me off.
pretty real. Yeah, he notices you trying to do it, and he rushes away. And he says, "Same tricks don't work twice, young pup."
And I say, well, that's odd. I've never seen a dragon run away from a halfling before.
He looks at Vasher, the dragon. He looks at Vasher and he say, "Quick-witted." He looks at Vasher and then he looks at you. "This pup is quick-witted and actually ill-mannered with his words as well." As he laughs again, looking at you.
Then I try to pass. I'll just try to pass through him, like just.
Try sliding through. I think that's pretty easy. Like a dex. Take a dex check. DC 15, I would say. It's pretty easy. As you slip through him, with your sides, it's pretty easy. I think also that's a feat of a halfling. Kahit enemies, kasi normally, if, like let's say normal size, they wouldn't be able to do that. So that's a good halfling feat to do. Are you hiding in the trees, or you're just like crossing over?
Just crossing over and casting jump on myself.
Oh, okay. Nice. So that's shall speed is tripled. Let me see if He notices. He doesn't notice you casting that. Is that your turn? That's your turn, right?
Yep. Then I just like pat him on the
Mm-hmm.
backside as I
Mm-hmm.
on his butt as I pass through.
As you tap his butt,
You're it. Mm-hmm.
he whips his tail over. Actually, doesn't try to hit you. He actually hits Vasher. Vasher comes sprawling, uh, hits the tree, and is sitting down, a little bit dazed, but also laughing. And
Dodge.
the dragon looks over to you and says, "Let's see how sturdy you are," as he tries to claw you up.
Okay.
I think bite and claw. One bite. Oof. 30. Medyo 27. Di nakikita yung ano? Di nakikita yung hindi, yung teka lang always by hovered by anyone. Hindi yung token mo, yung I think yung HP. Hindi ko nalagay.
Oh, yeah.
Yan. Save ko lang. Para rin maayos din natin yung kinks ng mga ano.
Okay.
Oof. And as he tries and claws you, you take a pretty big hit, but he stops as his giant claw is over you, pinning you to the ground. And he looks over at Vasher. Vasher stepping forward. And Vasher says, "So what do you think, Ace?" And Ace says, "This one looks promising. You haven't had a squire in a while, Vasher. Are you sure about this?" And Vasher looks at the dragon, then looks at you, and he says, "Well, it's up to him." Ano pangalan mo ulit? Davtarn.
Davtarn, yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
You can ask the same about your dragon. And my guess is you're a dragon rider, are you?
It's a little bit more complicated than that, Vasher says. And the dragon actually looks a little bit insulted. And he breathes a big ball of fire in the air. And he says to you, "I'd rather die than let this foolish elf ride me. But yes, it's a complicated relationship." And then Vasher says, so the dragon, the combat's over. The dragon lifts his paw from you, and they both step back. The elf wizard steps back and it helps you on your feet. He gives you a potion, to drink. And he says, "How would you like to be trained and guided? I know you've had a different sort of training, and well, our order, we're not the most famous or well-known organization, and quite frankly, we don't interest ourselves in being known. We try to stay secretive, if you know what I mean."
A secret organization. What for? There's usually strings to that, and I'm usually not held down. I don't like being held down particularly much.
We just like to keep the peace and protect the well-beings of people, especially those that are down on their feet and down on their luck and can't protect themselves. And he touches the dragon's shoulder, and the dragon sort of collapses, tries to sleep. You know, like in a sleeping position, like all fours, but like he looks at you, and like he nods, and
And I
then
say, I mean, if it's for helping who's in need, you can always count on me on just letting me know, as I helped that family before. But as always, there's a matter of payment sometimes.
of course, Vasha says, um, we do have our own um, resources, if you know what I mean. But um,
Hmm.
this our organization, the Knights Radiant, um, we we just our numbers are dwindling, to say the least, and it has not been. It has been a while since I've had somebody to teach, and there's a lot of promise in you. There's a hidden kindness that I feel that you try to deny yourself, uh, but you can see it in your actions and in your demeanor, and the way you're playful with your enemies. It's a good sign, he says. But this is gonna
And
be
I
this is gonna be up to you if this is to your liking.
and I tell Vasher that I'm always up for anything that will make me a strong hunter. So whatever you teach me, I'll take. But I have to tell you that I put importance on my clan, and if they need me, I must answer to them.
Hmm.
Is that going to be a problem?
That won't be a problem. We've been the sort to deal with bigger stuff uh, that involves the greater picture, and uh, we have been having some. There have been news recently amongst our order that the old problems that we thought we took care of seems like they're popping up again. So having some extra hands would be a great benefit.
As long as I can, learn something from it, I'm always willing to help. But no unnecessary bloodshed.
Of course, that's what
I
we're
do
here
not,
for.
I do not kill for uh, other people. I kill to protect.
That as that is what we value as well. And he offers his hand.
And I shake his hand.
Mhm.
Then I pet the dragon and take my rope from the dragon.
The dragon lets you pet. Amusingly,
Mhm,
the dragon lets you pet
mhm.
them, and then he says, "My name is Vasher. I am an
Mhm.
oath bringer of the Order of the Knights Radiant. This is my bonded dragon, um, Ace,
Mhm.
and this should be a fun journey for us in the future. And I look forward to training you as my squire."
Okay. I mean, I haven't been a squire before. I've always been quite the hunter, so this is an interesting change of pace, I think.
Yes, for both of us as well. I haven't had one in. I have not been a mentor in a long while.
Can I be just trainee? Squire seems like a young man, and I'm not a young man. Hmm.
That will do. Whatever suits your
Hmm.
fancy. Alright. So this is gonna be like probably like months before,
Hmm.
maybe a couple months
Hmm.
before yung actual na nangyari sa nila sa first act.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Tinatry ko sana. Gusto mo, if you wanted to try like your attacks to see, I know like you were role playing, para lang din matesting mo sana
Ah, sige,
yung,
sige. We can try. Hmm.
if you wanna just roll attacks just to see like yung, ano yung
So
mga
I
combos.
will. So while me and Vasher are training, I will try to attack with
Mm-hmm.
my first.
16. So that's a short sword, right? Short sword. Okay, okay.
With the
I
Hunter's Mark.
believe...
So,
Ang Hunter's Mark ba is may
nag-roll
bonus
ng
sa
damage
roll?
ako. So may bonus D6
To hit or for damage?
damage.
Okay.
Yun na.
Colossus Slayer is...
Kung na-damage ko na siya, so hindi applicable yung 6.
So ano lang siya sa
Ten.
succeeding hits?
Ah,
Okay.
pero ito yung Hunter's Mark damage.
Okay.
1. So 11, that's the first attack.
And then may extra attack ka pa dahil sa level 5, diba?
Level 5 pati, offhand.
And then, so 3
Offhand?
attacks. Sa 3 attacks.
Yeah, 3 attacks.
Okay. Sige.
Offhand.
Mhm.
Oh, hindi nag-roll dito?
Minsan delayed eh. So if you wanna just, kung gusto mo lang, if magro-roll ka sa D&D Beyond, tapos hindi nagro-roll.
25 to hit ako dun sa
Nice.
sa second one.
So yun yung may Colossus Slayer damage. Flat ba
so
siya
ang
or
damage-
roll din siya?
Roll siya. Roll sa
Okay,
actual
okay.
damage.
Nice.
So, ang damage ko is 7 plus D8. Sa pa D8? D8 then D6. Kasi Hunter's Mark pa rin. So, yan. Plus,
12.
so 7 plus
11.
12, 19
Mhm.
damage.
And then may isa pang bonus.
Tapos ito yung attack bonus.
So let's say
13,
let's say that let's assume lang mag-roll ka lang ng damage. Let's say it all hits. Pero at least may
Eto.
average ka.
Yan ang total damage, 12.
Yung bonus
Plus-
action mo, merong bonus ba siya ng proficiency and dex? Yun ang
Yes.
dahil sa two weapon fighting feat, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aha.
Pero kung wala ka nun, wala yung bonuses, 'di ba?
Wala yung damage, wala yung ability.
Mhm.
Ay, di. Meron yung ability, wala yung extra damage.
Okay, okay.
Nakasulat.
And then yung Hunter's Mark applies to all attacks, right?
Hunter Mark applies to all attacks, so that's 3d6
Perfect, 16.
per turn.
Plus yung
Tapos
Colossus.
yung Colossus Slayer is 2d8 kasi 1d8 para dun sa second attack, tapos another 1d8 para sa bonus attack
Yeah.
sa offhand.
Lakas din na. So this is about
Ah,
40 to 50 points of damage in a
Ano?
round. It's pretty
I
good.
would say, ano ba?
Yeah.
So 1d8, so
Mhm.
2d8 plus 3d6 ang
Mhm.
Hunter's Mark plus may equipment ko. So 3d6 plus 12. Yung straight yung plus 4. Yun ang ano ko, ang nire-roll ko per turn per damage. So that's maximum 8 plus 6 plus sorry. Mali. 16 plus 18
Oh, is din to.
plus
Oh.
18 plus
Mhm.
12.
Pero
divided by-
semi-glass,
mga 32 damage.
semi-glass
Average.
cannon ka ba? Ish.
Medyo matigas ako kasi 16 armor class.
Yung HP is a little bit on...
60.
I mean, okay na rin pala kasi kung si Jin... Mataas ba constitution mo? 14.
14.
Pwede na rin. Oh.
Mababa ang charisma ko. Intelligence is 10, wisdom 13. So, yun nga. Like I
Charisma
said,
yung
mid,
mababa.
mid to short range.
Mhm.
Kasi kung throwable yung ano ko rin, yung hand weapons ko rin, I can like throw hand axes. Tapos medium range ako. Almost the same damage, pero may range.
Mhm. It's actually pretty good.
Kung may sharpshooter, pwede ko
Mhm.
ilagay. Hand axe.
Pero kung sayang kasi yung sharpshooter kung kumbaga kung kinuha mong fighting style is yung two weapon fighting.
Yeah.
So I think
Kaya mobile na lang kinuha
yeah.
ko.
I think mas okay yung
pwede
mobile.
disengage.
Kasi papalabas pasok ka rin.
Mhm.
That's nice. Alright. Um,
Range weapon ko, it's pretty decent rin. Kasi applicable ang Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Mark sa
yeah.
ano eh.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
so ang Colossus Slayer, as long as below HP siya, so kung may mas nauna sa akin nag-damage siya kalaban, may Colossus Slayer agad-agad ako.
Basta damaged yung ano. Ano to? Fit to ng halfling, no?
Fit to ng Hunter.
Okay. Okay din ah.
So nag-whittle down siya ng enemies.
Okay, so gusto mo i-continue yung story para up to date sa sa current?
Yeah.
So Vasher takes under his wing. He doesn't explain everything, like yung there's a mystery behind the order of the Knights Radiant. Yun yung order ni Jean. They're basically loyal, ano ba yun? Ano yung after neutral? Chaotic, neutral na isa. Lawful good. Actually, neutral good sila. More neutral good organization sila. They work with dragons. They are under the blessing of Bahamut, na Platinum Dragon. So they they work to protect those who can. Yung values nila sort of if you're familiar with the Order of the Gauntlet, medyo ganun yung values nila, pero 'di ba ang Order of the Gauntlet more for clerics, paladins, monks of of good alignment, and then they get the blessing from their three gods, Storm, Tyr, and Bahamut. This one more focused lang sila dun kay Bahamut. You don't necessarily need to be a cleric, a paladin. You just have to have it in your heart to help others. And then
I guess my time with them made me pick up that religion though.
Yeah. Hindi sila religious actually. I would say they're not really religious. They seek help from Bahamut, but they don't like, hindi sila parang hindi sila cult na
No,
like,
I know. It's not like I signed up for a cult. Pero faithless kasi ako eh.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah.
Kasi kumbaga like you're getting imbibed a little bit with yung culture of them, seeking help from Bahamut. You found out that Vasher is an Oathbringer. It's one of the highest ranks basically of the order, and that actually yung their brightness yung highest brightness, or bright lord yung or yung highest rank sa kanila, and they haven't had one in centuries. And then the most recent news na nalaman mo, working with Vasher. Vasher is he works like in all different places, but he's stationed in Waterdeep. So yung the Knights, yung the order, it's he keeps it on the down low. It's not like he's flashing his involvement.
Is he a nobility?
Hindi siya noble. He's actually part of the Order of the Gauntlet of Waterdeep. Pero like on the side, he's a high-ranking leader basically of this organization. And he goes around. You've been to Waterdeep every now and then, but you haven't been involved enough to know everything about the city. Kumbaga in and out lang. And eventually, I think I would say a couple of weeks. Hindi ko maalala yung timeline. I think it's a month or like a couple of weeks ago. Another Oathbringer named Sildan. Ano pangalan nito? Jean, ano pangalan mo? Hindi ba si Jean? Sildan. Ano yung pangalan? Ano mo tayo pangalan? Ito tong pangalan mo. Sildan non-rival. Sildan non-rival. Non-rival Sildan. Another another Oathbringer, has died and was actually killed by his partner dragon, Verlis the Silver Dragon.
Oh, none. Okay.
So it's a lot of chaos within the order. They're trying to locate. They couldn't find the remains of non-rival, and then they couldn't find the rampaging dragon Verlis. And it usually is like first time of their order. They all the dragons with that work in the order are basically lawful good. So it's the first time this ever happened. Like dragons don't usually kill their partners, and let alone like a village of people as well. Kasi parang a part of nung kaya namatay yung Oathbringer is nag-rampage and he killed like a whole village when they were doing a celebration. Tama, Jim?
Yes.
Tama, Jim, di ba?
Yes,
Tama,
yes,
di ba?
yes. They were
So,
the deity to our village.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Vash has been
Is-
investigating. Kumbaga walang leads, like they don't know what happened.
Mhm.
And then on this particular day, Vasher receives, you're together, you're doing just your regular work, and then he stops, and he's shaken, and he tells you, I've received a message. It's from Brightness Shalan. We haven't heard from her in centuries.
Am I familiar with this person?
No. In passing, you've heard that the current leader, which is Brightness Shalan, she's been missing for centuries. She hasn't.
Solange? Like
Shalan. This one. Ito, Shalan.
Shalan.
Mhm.
Brightness Shalan.
Yeah, she's been
Also,
she's been missing for centuries. Siya yung mentor ni Vasher and mentor ni non-rival, which is si Jean.
So from Master Shalan, I thought she was considered lost. What does it say?
She
Master.
was saying that Vasher says to you, she was saying that the cult of the dragon, which we abolished centuries ago, it looks like they're on the move again, and she's asking for help because she thinks she knows where Verlis is, the silver dragon. We have to go to Fandalin and meet up with her and see what's happening.
And I say, if this is related to the death of non-rival, like wasn't he your friend or close compatriot?
Yes, he was a dear friend. We were brothers in arms. But this is a big breakthrough. I need to travel right away. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready, Master. I will join you.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. So this event was,
Ko
you said parang week or a month ago lang yung rampage ni Verlis. So this was like a time rewind, right?
so yung nangyari ito is yung previous na nangyari, I guess. Like ito yung before nag-start ng campaign nyo.
Yes, I get it.
And then ito fast forward na ito yung actually yung the day of nung final day natin. So ito yung naalala niyo 'di ba nung nasa village kayo ng Fandalin, pinakita ni Leb yung nag-minor illusion siya, 'di ba? Pinakita niya yung cultist. Pinakita niya yung cultist kay Shalan, tas 'di ba parang lumayo si Shalan, nag-message siya. This was the message. Nag-message siya kay Vasher. In Arcana check niyo to, tas alam niyo nag-message siya to someone pero hindi niyo alam kung sino. Kasi after nun, 'di ba, like a lot of people died in Fandalin, etc. So siya yung bahala sa 'di ba? Sa mga sa burol ng mga tao, tas umalis na kayo papunta dun sa Icefire Hold.
Yes.
So ito yung other side, yung Kung ano
Okay.
yung response, kung paano rin darating si Davtarn.
Darn. Davlor.
Davtarn.
Davtarn.
Davtarn
Davtarn
the
the Daring.
Daring. Alright. Um, so, he motions for you. You're in like a small library. You go to the second floor. This is basically Vasher's residence in Waterdeep. And he says, "Are you ready? And if you're ready, we can teleport to Fandalen to meet up with her."
Anong nangyari dito kay Ace?
Wala. Ano lang siya. Like, he does his own thing. Usually kasi, they have their, the dragons have their lairs. Yung forest, yun yung medyo parang malapit sa lair ni, doon lang siya, yung parang nagre-recreation siya. And
Okay,
in
so hindi siya parang
yeah.
mount ni ano.
Hindi siya mount. Usually, hindi sila nagjo-join together kasi pinoprotect, kasi konti na lang yung mga dragons yung mga metallic dragons, konti na lang. So, they're trying their best to keep them safe. So, yung locations actually ng dragon is sort of a secret. And like, you wandering into that particular forest and like, actually getting a chance to meet the dragon is actually a rare case.
Okay.
So parang kaya din nakita ni Vasho yung potential mo and etc. The fact that you were able to basically track a dragon in a sense.
Okay.
So you guys teleport to Fandalen, meet up with Shalan. Shalan looks different. Like, she, based from the descriptions that Vasho has told you, she looks different. She's supposed to be an elf. She's supposed to have her hair is still red, but she's supposed to have like streaks of white. But otherwise same features, average height, a very beautiful face. She is wearing like a cleric's gown. Like, she looks like she's one of the priestess here, and then she's actually she's tending to the commoners, the townsfolk of Fandalen. It looks like there's been a lot of trouble recently. There's like a burial going on, and she looks shocked, to look at, to see somebody just teleporting in, and they approach each other and they actually walk far away and try to talk among themselves. You see, there's a female paladin that's been like hovering and like sort of like in a protective stance towards Shalan, and she looks at you and nods. She looks like she's expecting you guys, and then they step.
I don't think we've introduced. I'm Davtarn, and you are?
She says cloud paint, and she just offers her hand, but otherwise she doesn't really talk. Character to ni Pat.
Oh.
So medyo AFK to. Pero siya parang naging guardian ni Shalan.
I am Vasher's squire. Are you perhaps another squire?
She says, I am Brightness Shalan's squire.
Nice to meet a fellow squire.
She just nods and
Cloud paint.
she nods, and then you both look over to her. It looks like they're like in deep conversation. Shalan looks very troubled. And then she looks like she's describing like different people, and then like pointing into a location. And then Vasher goes to you with Shalan, and Vasher says, Brightness, this is and as soon as you hear him saying that, Shalan just shushes shushes him pretty quickly and says, Vasher, I've I don't go by that anymore. I've vacated my position a long time ago. And then Vasher, he looks down. He looks like he's sad about the news. Like, he's happy to see her, but he's also sad about how things are going. But he says, regardless, Shalan, this is this is Davtarn. He's my current squire, and we've been working together, and he's very reliable. I would be remiss he if you don't give him a chance to protect you while I'm not around. And Shalan says, no, nothing to worry about. I know I can protect myself, and I have cloud paint with me. And then Vasher says, but please, Shalan, I insist. He's a reliable man, despite his stature. And I will fetch these friends of yours, and hopefully we can figure out where Verlis is. And then Vasher looks at you, and then looks at Shalan. Shalan looks at you, offers her hand.
Why am I not coming with you, Master?
It's more imperative that that you protect her, and we shall meet in the meeting spot that we agreed upon, Shalan. But I will fetch these friends of yours, and they might be in great peril. I dare say this might be an extraction rather than a fight, and I'd rather you not get involved. And instead, I will meet you in our meeting place. I will see you there, Davtarn, and I order you to protect Shalan and guarantee her safe passage there.
If that's my duty, I will follow it. And it is my pleasure to meet you, Oathbringer. Bright Lord. It's finally, it's an honor to meet a legend such as yourself, Bright Lord Shalan.
The legends are false, and I do not deserve them, she says as she starts walking off. And then
I look at my master. I'm like, still puzzled.
Yeah, but he says, trust me. Yeah. Ano sabi mo? Go ahead.
Do you think this is what should I doing and not accompanying you?
I believe the friends that Shalan is saying, they seem to be in particular trouble, and I believe my purpose here is to extricate them from their current situation. But we will meet in the meeting place, and then we will figure out what to do next once we get there. And Shalan knows where we're supposed to meet, and just make sure you protect her and follow her.
As you command, then, Master. And I said, do you mind if I keep this? And okay lang to fill.
Yes.
Portable hole.
Portable hole is, yun ba parang bago folding?
Hindi siya bago folding. Para siyang nagbubukas ng holes. Like, saan ba yun? Portable hole.
Pocket dimension.
Saan ba?
Ito yung gusto mong isang magic item?
Yep.
Stormfold. You and your quick hands again. Stop stealing my stuff. But go ahead. This is dire times, and you can keep that for now. But I cannot.
Then I said, thank you, Master, and thanks for training me in these past months. Hopefully, I'm able to use what you've taught me.
Hopefully, indeed, and we will see each other soon. Hopefully, this won't take too long. As you guys rush off, Vasher, you look in the distance. Vasher walks off and casts another teleport spell. As he pops off and goes to rescue the chaotic quintet.
Okay.
And this is basically you're gonna start in the meeting spot where everybody meets. Ito yung parang meeting place.
Ano to, bagong next campaign?
So yun yung session 1. So at least yun yung parang sort of yun. Okay lang ba sa story mo or medyo masyadong pilit?
Okay naman, okay naman. Ilang magic items ba? Isa or dalawa?
Dalawa.
Or
Dalawa.
magpa-plus one ako?
Dalawa.
Common yung isa?
I think rare to, so I would adjust you would kung ito talaga gusto mong rare, sure.
Okay,
No,
okay yan.
yeah,
Magamit ko yan. Trust me.
Okay, sige.
Yung Boots of Striding or hindi?
Boots of Striding is Jin, okay ka lang? Diyan pa ba si Jin?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ano lang ako, nakamute lang.
Sige lang, sige lang. Why you wear these boots? Your walking speed becomes 30 feet. If you can jump 3 times. Di ba may natural mataas ka ng jump or
May spell akong jump pero pwede ko nang dagdagan. So, super
Got it.
jump. Davtarn the Daring, bro.
Attunement din to.
Ito lang. Wala nang masyadong items eh.
Sige.
Attunement ba ang ano rin?
Hindi, ang portable hindi. Okay, sige.
Mhm.
So, portable hole and boots of striding.
Aha.
Okay, dokes. So, at least ito yung starting point. At least para, kasi otherwise, may para ito yung wrap-up session tungkol sa faction na to. And then, you know, may sort of story beats na mangyayari na hopefully mabigyan solution yung ibang plot threads na hindi na resolve, and then pwede na kayo mag-proceed pabalik sa Waterdeep. And then at least, you know, kumbaga at least in a sense, Vasher's vouching for you, Shalan is vouching for the other 5. So may sense on why guys would work together. Otherwise, parang it's another random traveler in a tavern, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay
Yeah,
lang.
yeah.
At least acquire. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
I think should be a good intro. Mukhang malakas yung DPS mo, bro. Yung malakas yung ano. Teka lang, ang alam ko, ang binigay ko rin sa kanila, max HP roll sila until sa current level nila eh. So double check ko lang yung
ang max HP na pwede sa akin is 84.
Yeah, 84. So, saan yung rolled HP mo?
Total average 57.
Yung hit point type, ginawa kong manual para sa'yo. And
Okay.
then, so pwede mo nang palitan mo yung rolled HP, i-max mo. And then after nun, mag-roll na. Yeah.
Okay.
Hindi, so like yung rolled HP gawin mong 70, kasi level 7d10 ka. And then mag-auto, oh my god, mas mataas pa yung ano mo kay Jean. Wait, level 7 na ba siya, no?
70 plus
70 lang, ilagay mo lang 70 and then mag-auto compute na siya based sa constitution mo.
saan yun? Saan ko ilalagay yan?
30. Doon sa manage hit points, ilagay mo lang doon yung max roll.
Saan doon? I-refresh ko lang.
Kailangan pa ayusin yung mga HP nila.
Hindi ko siya ma-roll. Alam. Ang feel.
Teka lang So, yung sa, di ba nasa class ka? Character builder sa class. Manage HP. Pag kinlik mo yung rolled HP.
70.
Yeah, palitan mo lang yung value nun. Yung kung ano yung max. Taas pala ng, hit dice ng, ng Rangers. 10 pala. Sabay kasi lahat ng Ranger na nakikita ko is tawag dito, puro ranged. So, inisip mo rin mahina yung HP nila. Taas din pala.
Yeah.
Okay na yun. So, dinagdag mo na yung portable load tsaka yung So, ito yung starting scene natin. Yung, so, like, basically, nag-hike kayo up to a particular hill. Not to, hindi siya ganun kalayo, pero, it looks to be like the southeast of this particular, kung mga southeast siya ng Fandalen, towards where the mountains are. Yeah. I think then we can start here. And then, wala namang issue sa Foundry, diba? Nakikita mo naman lahat.
Yeah, nakita ko naman.
Okay. Kahit paano medyo naisip ko naman na yung mangyayari nito eh. Meron ka bang halfling na family? Ano yung family backstory mo pala? Or you were raised by the
Yung clan.
raised by the clan?
I mean, by family ako, I guess. Like, I never really thought about it. Maybe a sister or a brother.
Or are you going the orphan route?
No, not orphan.
Not orphan. Okay. So, family friends wherever the halfling clans are. Okay. You speak
Like
may
big family,
particular ano ba ang halfling?
My language? Common lang yata.
Common lang, 'di ba? Okay. GG's. So far, okay naman. Medyo kailangan ko rin masanay ulit mag-DM.
Okay lang. At least na-try mo na konti. Is vagina, is bang ano?
Warm up, yeah.
Medyo maganon. Makulit siya lumaban.
Nice. Yeah, I get it.
Parang Monster Hunter nga. Parang Monster Hunter.
Okay, that means I can get to throw you in the midst.
Kaya mga ganon. Yeah, why not? I don't know.
Yeah.
Babatuan ni Kazabi. Ito yung actually ito naman yung starting scene eh. Pero
So,
hindi.
stack ba yung jump ko pati yung striding?
Ito sila lahat.
Oh, no.
Nakikita ba?
Ay, hindi ko makita.
Nasaan ka ba? Saan si Vasher?
Sa intro pa ako. Saan ba ako dapat?
Ay, sorry. Hindi ba kita nalipat sa since all this time? Oops.
I would say, ayun pala.
Kayo nag-draw niyan?
Nagpa-commission ako ng
Ng portrait?
meron ng commission yung mukha ni Mormir din.
Talaga? Magkano sa story?
Hindi, okay lang yan. Pero package naman kasi kaya madali lang.
Sino to?
Si Marv.
Carcy, okay. Chairman.
5.
I guess ang note ko lang, pinalitan ko na lang ng defense yung fighting style ko sa paladin.
Akala ko defense ka na dati. Or protect.
Protection eh.
Magkaiba ba yun? Nakakalimutan ko eh.
Defense is +1 AC. Protection is use my reaction para ako yung atakihin imbis na yung katabi ko.
Okay.
And then ang pinalitan ko is, inayos ko yung stats. Tapos yung ASI ko na lang, parang di ba binigyan mo kami ng first feat?
Nakalimutan ko yung fits mo rin eh.
It's just, ano nga ba yung feat ko? Lucky. And then yung, ko is ASI na ako. Nag-ASI to int na lang ako. Signifying that my memory is coming back. Parang ganun.
Okay.
Yeah.
ASI mo is yung sa level 4?
Sa level 4.
Okay. So, ang fit mo lang for now is lucky. May fit ka bang kinuha dati?
Yung resilient dex.
Parang hindi ko maalala.
Mababa yung dex ko, tapos nag-resilience ako para sa nag-double yung dex save. 1 dex and dex save.
Sakto lang. Hindi masyadong
Hindi masyadong malaki yung.
Yung ano.
So yeah, just let go and then put it on int.
Mhm.
And then
So for now, like, split Paladin Artificer ka. And then, like, after nung, depende sa story beats, pwede natin, kung gusto mo, like, yung stats, madali lang ayusin. Kasi, syempre, like, magulo-gulo yung stats natin. So, okay lang kung gusto nyo baguhin. Yung class lang yung medyo mas involved sa story pag babaguhin.
yeah, I guess yeah.
Ano ngayon? Si Leb.
Galing siyang work eh.
Ah,
Naalala mo ba yung story, Jean? Medyo na-refresh konti.
From yung from the Vandalen town,
Mhm.
yung orc attack, and then yung orc attack dun
Cultist.
sa farm,
Aha.
how we stealthily dispatch all the orcs, and then hanggang sa ice fire hold.
Mhm. Yung 'di ba nagka-vision ka dun sa shrine,
Yes.
kaya naalala
and
mo
dun
yung
sa
dragon.
sword.
Tas sa naalala nyo, 'di ba may na-uncover kayo na, I think makapakita ko naman na sila. Teka lang, may notes pa dito eh. Nasaan na yun? Notes from the DM.
Nakasave yun. Nice.
Teka, hinahanap ko yung
Journal entry.
journal entry. Paano to ipakita ulit? Show players. Ito. Alam mo yan?
yeah.
yan.
Si ano?
Si Karxi is a member of the Thieves Guild
Mhm.
or wanted by parang ganun.
Yung mysterious
Is it-
symbol.
Yeah. The mysterious symbol
Ito,
is
ito. So,
was
so,
it part of my order? No,
yeah.
it's
So,
not.
Marco,
Mhm.
ito yung symbol ng Knight's Raid yan.
Alright.
So, ano siya, like, yun yung cape ni Vasher. Pag hindi siya pag wala siya sa city, tsaka nung una mo siyang nakita, yan yung symbol.
Okay.
And then, Jin, naalala nyo, di ba may nahanap kayong armor dun sa isang ruin?
Na may symbol nito.
Na symbol nito, do. So, parang nahanap niya to, tapos di nyo alam, like, walang may alam kung ano to, and then tinanong nyo si Shalan. Sabi ni Shalan, parang may familiar dun sa tomb na nasa north.
Is this the symbol on my letter as well?
Hindi, iba yung symbol sa letter. Yung symbol sa letter is ito.
Oh, right.
Ito yung symbol ng Oathbringers.
Ng Oathbringer, right.
So, ikaw meron nito, si Vasher meron nito.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, ito lang yung para sa leaders ng organization. So, nahanap nyo yung armor, di ba? Pumunta kayo sa north, doon yung nakuha yung sword.
Mhm.
Doon yung na-meet yung spirit, di ba?
Mhm.
Tapos binigyan kayo ng blessing. Nung nag-swear, na nag-quote-unquote, swear kayo ng oaths.
Yep.
Ang important doon kasi, di ba, tinatanong nyo siya, how many tombs are in the area? Hindi ko alam kung naalala niyo yun. Sabi niya, there's only one tomb.
Wala pa reply.
Phil, tignan mo to.
Saan?
Jump calculator.
Yan ba yung triple and triple?
Kung pwede mo ilagay yung strength score mo,
Aha.
yung height mo, tapos paano kung may mga items ka.
Boots
ganyan.
of striding.
Tapos yung
Spell jump.
Tapos, ang long jump is 126 feet horizontally. Pero I can't move more than my, naman.
Move speed. Yeah.
I can jump 45 feet
High.
high.
Pero not yung distance. Distance is...
Like I can't move 126 feet agad.
Yeah. Ano pwede, like, if, kung creative ka enough naman, like, we'll see. Pero in general, like, basta naman di siya na-abuse.
Ano yan, may mga ideas.
Uh-huh.
Mas lalo na sa city tayo. You need a lot of jumping, boy.
Ano ka ba sa, proficient ka ba sa stealth or stuff? Hindi.
Hindi ako sa proficient sa stealth. Naka-scale mail ako sa disadvantage pa ako nun.
Merong, I think, Jean, meron kang ano, di ba? Meron kang infusion na ganun, di ba? Yung, pwede mong gawing walang disadvantage.
Yung armor.
I think so.
Applicable to my armor.
Sa'yo lang.
Sa armor, as armor.
Yan yung pag-armorer ka, di ba? Alam ko armorer skill yun or something.
Armor infusion. Infusion list.
Napaka-athletic ng halfling na to.
Enhanced defense lang, pero wala. Yung armor is ano. Yung propulsion armor, then hindi ko pa ma-access.
If you want, Phil, ano na lang. Goblin Orc kaya?
Yung alin?
Para mas related yung ano ko. Yung foe. Or hindi. Okay lang yun.
Goblin and orc?
Oo.
No, I think okay
Or
lang na.
you.
Okay lang na elf. It's fine. Okay lang yan. I don't think that's... Hindi naman siya masyadong meta.
Okay.
Okay.